Hey guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to do a planner journal update. We got my Gillio Pocket XL in Undyed that I got pre-used or pre-owned last year. I got my Hobonichi Weeks 2026 in the green. I forgot what it's called. Antique green, I think it is. And then I have my 2025 Avec Hobonichi Avec 2025 second half of the year, which I am loving still. Now the Weeks is kind of on the side right now. I have been using this for like a month or two, maybe. Anyways, but I've decided to start playing around with Pocket again. These are kind of like the things that I dive around in. I usually dive around in a Hobonichi Weeks throughout the year and Pocket or Pocket personal rings, and also last year I had a little bit of a double in A6, but like I usually rotate between these things. So anyways, at the very least this is probably going to be my archive, and this is going to be like my carry around everyday situation. So also I did just also buy the 16mm version of this planner in the Undyed as well, because I think I prefer the 16mm rings. And so when I saw it on Gillio's website, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get that. I think it's only like a little tiny bit smaller, like maybe even like just a finger length smaller than this, but like it also that is to account for like the smaller rings that go into it. So I think it's going to sit pretty much the same as this, which makes me suspect that I might be able to still fit Pocket Plus in there, just with top tabs in it. So we will see how that goes. I did ask them to send me photos and stuff like that so I can see what it looks like before they sent it to me, because last time I did not do that and I got something I did not like 100%. So yeah, so we'll see how that goes, and if you see a new Undyed on my channel next time, it means I have accepted it and it has arrived. So but yeah, right now I'm just using this one. I'm still like debating that if I do get the other one, if I like it and I approve it and shit, if I'm going to sell this one or not. So I have to debate that, because I freaking love this one too. Like I'm very grateful to have her. But anyways, so let's just take this out of the way for 2 seconds. This is going to be a pretty quick video because all my shit's simple. So I usually have this behind this dash, but I've been playing around with stuff. So anyways, and then I just have a calendar, which is pretty simple. I don't have that many things on lately. I've got these from Etsy, from a pretty sure an Australian seller. And they're just laminated. I literally could have made these myself, but I couldn't be bothered, so I I brought them off Etsy. And then I made these, but I used the base, like the grid base is actually Wise Coffee Break, I believe it is. And then I just put the like dividing margins on there, and I also took her logo out because I don't like logos and stuff. Sorry, but I am crediting you. I'm crediting the seller for this. It's just that I put these lines on here to make it look like this and stuff. And I also sized it up. Actually, wait, how did I do this? Or was this Lindsay's background? I don't even know. I was assuming that it was Wise Coffee Break, but it might be Lindsay Scribbles' Ghosting Pens one, because this is Pocket Plus size. So I'm not exactly sure. I used one of the two, I think, and then, or maybe I used like a hodgepodge of it. I really have no freaking idea now that I'm actually thinking about it. But I used someone's insert as a base, and then I did the extra on top of it. So anyways, so that's my food section. And then I've got my habits, my symptoms, and then my like to-do list. And then I have just a sticky note here in the middle here. I'm thinking about putting sleep in here somehow. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. I also can't fit, I mean, I guess I could put it up here. I could have put appointments up here, but I think I want to make a habit of actually like going to my monthly and using the monthly, because I'm notorious for having a monthly but not really utilizing it 100%. I just don't feel like there's a point if I have it in my weeks. Like I mean, I guess there's like the pre-planning aspect, but anyways. So yeah, I've got a couple of those in here to test out for the next month. And then I cut down some more moleskin paper and redated it, sort of. This said August, so I just highlighted over it with some the Food and Escape pen, and then I used my white jelly roll pen to write over it and stuff. And yeah, and I was just playing around with it and stuff. It's nothing serious. Dailies are a thing where I wish that I would do them every day and stuff like that, but like most of the time I just end up forgetting about them. So yeah, so I'm just playing around with them. Why not? Because I had the paper there and stuff. I accidentally cut them a little bit smaller than Pocket Plus though. But it's okay because it's only like a temporary little experiment. Then I just got my note section. I've got a packing list here, and then I've just got this little not brass, it's gold, clip. So that they use, okay, blah blah. This is the Medoro clip, but they sell them in gold and a small size now. And so I grabbed a packet of those, and I freaking love them. Like, don't get me wrong, the brass ones worked for a very long time and stuff like that, but it's going to be very interesting to see how these ones patina up. And also look how bubba small they are. They're so baby small. Anyways, and then I just have my page is a page keeper. Wow, I literally haven't been in rings in so long that I'm like forgetting what this is called. Anyways, page keeper, whatever you want to call it. Got some coins in here, my pen, and I've got nothing in here right now, but that's where notes and receipts and stuff are gonna go. And yeah, so that is pretty much my pocket. It's simple, it's easy, it's pretty much a replica of my Hobonichi Weeks, which I'll just quickly show. But yeah, I put the sticker on the front of it. Also, I feel like I fucked my spine up somehow, or maybe the spining it isn't as good as it usually is. Oh, now it's not doing it. But like, it creaks a lot and it's annoying. Anyways, I haven't done anything obviously with the data part yet because I haven't started, but this was how far I got into doing these. And I mean, this is good for the purpose, it is, but it pisses me off that I got the mega in a sense, because I tried to do dailies and I just can't stick with them in here anymore. Like, they're driving me insane. So like, I love the weekly and the weekly and the monthly part, but I don't love all the pages I have at the back now, and it was stressing me out. And I think that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go back to Pocket, because at first it was fine, it didn't look too cramped or anything like that. And then I tried to do like spaces in between, and then I started doing like more notes because I had to I started taking Ritalin, so I was taking all these freaking notes and stuff, and it just like, it started overwhelming me and not looking like neat and tidy and just whatever. And then by like the 27th, I was trying to be like, could I just journal in here? And it was still no. And so I tried again for like a page and a bit of November, and I was just like, nope. And then I ended up going into Pocket. So, yeah, we will see how I go. I don't know what this back section is going to become yet. But I'll probably will fill out the weeklies and the monthlies, just because I like my Hobonichi Weeks in general. Also, this paper, for some reason, my pen still looks really fat in here. Like, not like to the extent that it did last year's one, where it made me like literally yeet into this 2026 one. But there's like weird, let me see if I can find it, hold on. I don't even know, like, this is all the same pen, but like it started having a little bit of weirdness going on in like the second half here of the page. And so yeah, I don't know, I literally changed pens and everything to like try and be like, no, just keep going. But like, I think it's that I just don't like multiple days on a page. I rather have 1 day per page, maybe 2 max, but like having all this information and like the 3.55 minute grid was just like a no deal. I still love my weeks though. I still love it. She'll definitely be back at some point. And then there is my Hobonichi Cousin. And again, like, I was going through a period where I just was not satisfied with anything, and I was questioning everything. And And I just decided that for November, I'm going to not be as, I guess, strict with myself in here. And instead of using the daily pages as like the daily, like, little recap pages that I do and stuff like that type of thing, that I was just going to do normal journaling in here. And then the weeklies, I was going to do the memory keeping. And so I started off like that. And that's where we're going from here. So I also caught up with my monthlies finally. Monthlies here. Anyways, I finally caught up with my monthlies. Like, it has been so long. And then this is what I've done with my weeklies. So this is my first attempt. I still need to fill this in. But yeah, so I basically was able to put all my ephemera and like journal entries about things that actually mattered throughout the week and stuff like that. So when I eventually come back to this later on in life, I can just go through the weeks and see what the most important stuff is and like how I felt about that and stuff, rather than just like, I don't know, like going through every single freaking page ever type of thing. And that was going all fine and good, and I love that. This is the first half of this week. Wait a second. I forgot to check if there was like, I think we're good. I don't think there's any like sensitive information on here. Anyways, I did like basically a collage, and I gotta still do the second half this week. It's Sunday now, so I'll figure that out later. But I freaking love this. I love that I can put all my ephemera here, and it's not taking up room on my daily pages and stuff. And then for the daily pages, I can get to it. Yep. So I did a journal page, and I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. Like, I like literally still put a picture on here, because I had this left over from the scraps in the the week, sorry. So I did that, and then I did this one, and I just put like a sneaky little bit of lettering in here, and then I skipped this page altogether, but it's done now. But like, I skipped it, and I did this page, and you're probably thinking, what the hell happened here? So basically, I loved it at first when I first did it and stuff like that, and then I decided that I was gonna like put a border around the things, and then they were ugly and black, and so I was like, okay, I'll color in the background black, and then that was ugly, and so I got out like like Japanese like watercolors, and I put like a brown on it to like kind of like make it like look a bit better and stuff. And then I like ended up getting some brown in here, so I just painted this brown. And then I also accidentally went over I completely forgot that my Tombos were freaking like watercolors basically, and I accidentally put my brush over it, and so I just did that, and it turned out like a hot mess. And on the day I thought, like at the end of it, I was like, wow, that turned out so good, but like I don't like it more than my actual usual kind of way of doing things. But at least this was probably the best day that I've had in a while. So I know it says dentist, but like I didn't get any needles for the dentist, so that was a win for me. But like this day was pretty good, so at least it's like memorized in black. And then I went back, and I think I did this one, and then I did this one, and I'm trying to keep it like light memory keeping in a sense, but still leaving space to like do an actual journal entry and stuff. So like this one I basically did like just talking about, I guess I'm assuming I talked about sleep and stuff, and journaling on like what I got up to, and then a little bit about my study that day. And then this day went back to like just full on memory keeping, which was fine because I didn't really want to write a thing out. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that on days I feel like doing this, I'll do this, and on days that I don't feel like doing it, then I will just like do journaling type of thing. I'm giving myself a little bit more flexibility, but I really love how these two pages came out. Also, friggin' Hilary Duff is finally back after 9 years. Like, I can't even. Also, I hate that the brown is getting everywhere, but it is what it is. Anyways, and that brings us up to today. I also changed out like what type of like leaves are here. So like all of last week was, last week? Why did I do it like that? I should have done it from like Monday, you know, changing the leaves, but I didn't. I did it like the first 7 days of this month. Anyways, but I had 4-leaf clovers, and then I have these leaves, and I have ferns back here, and then I don't know, call me crazy. Wait, where did it go? I don't know. I keep calling these like marijuana leaves, but they probably don't even look anything like marijuana leaves. Like, I wouldn't have a fucking clue, mate. But yeah, but like that's that, and then I only have one more month. But I have re-fallen in love with the cousin just by putting my ephemera on my weeklies and doing like being a little bit more flexible in my dailies now. So it also helps that I'm in the green month, which is like my favorite color, so that doesn't hurt either. But that is pretty much my plan to set up. The next time you see me, I shall be hopefully still in pocket and this, and maybe a mixture of this. But this is what I'm kind of planning on for 2026 and stuff like that. I was second guessing myself and being like, oh, I should have got like a sterling ink so then I could have blank pages at the back and stuff like that. But I just love my cousin so much. I love like how hard the cover is. I love that I can get the Avec version. I mean, I can get the sterling ink Avec version, but like the problem with blank pages is I don't feel compelled to like fill them in, and then I'll skip pages, and then I'll have like a whole pile of pages at the back and stuff like that. Whereas in the dates help me stay somewhat consistent, even though they stress me out a lot of the time. But yeah, but this is the plan. So yeah, okay, bye.